Hi, this is Ushio, and welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. It's been a very long time. I thought I'd finished this gameplay. I did every single ending, and I thought I'd seen everything there was to see. However, I keep getting the odd request to check out the mods. And so, here we go. We have the Not So Tragic Hero mod, which is the one we're going to check out. And apparently, to get this mod, you need to get all of the good dates with Anna and some of the good dates with Adine. It's been quite a long time since I played this game, so I remember Anna being quite difficult. So this is going to be interesting. I need to skip through and I need to get to Anna's dates. Alright, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, chapter 5, here we are. I think I've done everything okay. Okay, looks like you got a default bad good ending. Kinda defeats the whole purpose of this mod, doesn't it? Don't be shy to load a save and try again if you wish. I won't tell anyone, I promise. The requirements are pretty elaborate. See the readme for details, so you might have to start over. Good luck. I fucked up? What? So to recap what happened, Reza is caught and killed, Maverick is killed, Izumi is killed, the administrator. Anna takes the hits, but she's okay, but she's still got her terminal illness, essentially. So this is the aftermath of that incident with everyone getting shot and blown up and stuff. So yeah, these guys have all been shot. So let's go from this point. In the weeks that followed, the dragons prepared for the comet. I, on the other hand, spent more time with Anna as she opened up about her condition. When the time came, the dragons executed their plan, and by utilising the underground building's generators, the comet was ultimately diverted and never hit Earth. Even after they recovered and power was restored to the portal, I knew that I wouldn't be able to return to my own time. The administrator, Izumi, had deleted the coordinates I needed to return home when she repaired the portal a while ago. While she had her own reasons for doing this, it meant that now my only options were to stay here or to use the portal and the coordinates she'd entered to travel back in time and return to the day of my arrival in this world. However, I wasn't very concerned about that at the moment, as I spent my time in this world accompanying Anna on her journey. For her help in stopping Reza, she was awarded the highest honour the council would bestow upon her, citing her bravery and exceptional service to the community. As a result, the case against her was dropped and she was cleared of all charges. In the months that followed, I was with her during her cancer treatments and could only watch as her condition worsened by the day. By this point, she was living in a hospice and had become thin and weak as her disease had eroded her body, both physically and mentally. What did the doctor say? Who cares what the doctor said? I know he sugarcoats everything. It's not going to be long now, or else I wouldn't even be here. I'm not sure if there's a sensible way to ask this, but we're talking less than a week. Besides, I'm the one who's dying, not you. No reason for you to be so upset. She looked away from me as I saw tears welling up in her eyes. And to think that in your world you already have a cure for cancer. How pointlessly tragic. And yet here I am, being what I never wanted to become. But at least I'm not alone. And that is where the original ending ended, so to speak. This is new. This is the mod. Seeing Anna like that crushed my heart. She might have been far from the nicest dragoness I'd met, but I'd grown to care about her. And now she was slowly dying, exactly the way she always feared the most. Yet she wasn't alone, and I was not going to stand by idly. But what could I do? I racked my brain over it for hours over the last few months, but never got anywhere. And Anna, that accepting sad smirk of hers, did not help. She'd already given up all hope. At least I was here for her. I was wandering through the town aimlessly, too lost in thought and grief to notice or care where I was going. Looking how even normally curious and excited locals now tried to avoid my eyes, I think my face said everything there was to say. Suddenly, Adine landed right in front of me. A spacious but seemingly empty bag was strapped to her back. She must have been on the delivery job again. I hadn't spoken to her much ever since our visit to the beach several months ago. With Reza, the comet and many other things occupying my mind, I'd completely forgotten about her flyer competition. And upon finally remembering, I'd been too ashamed to talk to her. Yo, what's going on? Options. Let's be friendly. How are you doing? I'm okay. With Remy's help, the orphanage is doing much better now. We started talking again after all these years, and have spent a lot of time together. Good to hear. I never realised how hard his life was. He didn't have anyone who cared about him, but he's not alone anymore. One of the kids seems to like him a lot as well. Her name is Vara. I think I know her. Yeah, she's the little pink dragon, I think. They're so adorable together. She keeps sneaking out trying to follow Remy, and then he has to bring her back, often at night. I hope she won't run into any trouble. Me too. He looks so sad every time he returns her. Hopefully he'll decide to take her in. I'm sorry I didn't show up for the flying competition. I got caught up with too many things at once. Don't worry about it. Actually, I didn't participate. Was that because you hurt your wing joint during the training? Yeah, it didn't fully heal, and I didn't want to make a poor first impression on everyone. It could have ruined my chances to become a stunt flyer forever. I was also seeing those strange nightmares about crashing and dying during the competition, which, yeah, if you do things in a certain way, that kind of happens, yeah. So I decided to cancel my application. Wise move. If something were to have happened to me, I can't bear to think how Emily and the other children would have felt. I couldn't leave Remy all alone, right after giving him hope either. Too many people depend on my help for me to be so reckless. I'm sorry to hear that you had to withdraw your application. It was your dream, and you worked so hard to prepare for it. There's always another year. Next time, I'll come up with an even more awesome routine. And I hope that you'll be there too. I can't make any promises, but yeah, I'll try. You said the same thing back on the beach. I told you I'm sorry. There's no need to remind me. I'm just joking, silly. I knew you were very busy. Are you okay? You don't look well. Is something wrong? I'm sorry if my joke sounded mean. You don't need to apologise. It's not your fault. It's about Anna. She only has about a week left to live. Oh wow, straight to the point. Oh, that's horrible. What happened to her? Oh, cancer. I see. Is there nothing that can be done? That's what the doctors say. They can't cure her, only prolong her life. And that isn't working anymore either. If you feel like you need to talk to someone, I'm here. That's nice. I'm sorry if I'm holding you up on your work. It's fine. I'm finished for the day. I was going to take a delivery bag back to the cafe, but I can do that tomorrow morning. Let's go somewhere quiet. Okay. Sunset. We walked through the town, staying away from the crowded areas. It reminded me of my very first day here, hiding from all the prying eyes. Adine led me to the secluded beach we visited last time we met. The warm orange light, coming from the sunset, made it even more comforting and beautiful than before. This place should be quiet enough. Didn't you say humans go to the beach to relax and have fun? I don't think this is going to help me right now. Oh no, at least I tried to make you feel a little bit better. Thank you anyway, okay? At sunset though, we sat down on the sand side by side and looked at the endless ocean and sky before us. The sun was slowly approaching the horizon, painting the clouds beautiful shades of yellow and orange. I wish there was something we could do to help her. I wish so too. Don't you hate it? When there's something so wrong or terrible happening right in front of you, but you can only watch helplessly. And try to comfort the suffering person as much as possible, but ultimately unable to give them what they need. You and I are facing different forms of the same struggle, it seems. Yeah, we are. I wish I got to know her better. Maybe she's not as terrible as her first impression. And to be honest, she was very unkind to you at that one time we met. It doesn't mean I don't care, unkind or not, she's dying from a horrible disease. Maybe it's the very reason she's so hostile, arrogant, irritable. Now you're being unkind yourself. I'm sorry, though she's fully aware of her own behaviour. Maybe she was doing it on purpose, to keep everyone at a distance because she's afraid to let anyone come close. She despises pity and attention, yet her biggest fear is to die bedridden and alone. I really don't understand her sometimes. Maybe she's lost and scared. I can't imagine how living with a terminal disease feels like. I hope you'll never have to find that out. Yeah, I hope that you don't either. You know what's the worst? In the human world, we know how to cure cancer, even at this stage, but I can't travel back there anymore. You can't? Does this mean that you're stuck here? Yeah, and considering that nobody knows how the portal works, I doubt they'll ever re-establish the connection. I'm sorry to hear that. You must be going through some very rough times. Nothing compares to the Resit incident. I'll manage. I hope you feel at home here. You're always welcome to talk to me if you need anything. When I'm not busy at work for the whole day. Yeah, I appreciate that. You said that humans can cure cancer. Yeah, but that doesn't matter anymore. The connection is lost forever. I understand that, but didn't you bring those PDA things with you, and every little bit of knowledge that humans have? Shouldn't the cure be somewhere in there? Dean. Yes? You aren't just a great friend, and a talented flyer. You're also a genius. Oh, don't be silly. Nobody else even considered looking there, not even Anna or I. I'd say that you've outsmarted both of us. Maybe I should have been a scientist. Sure, there isn't absolutely everything in the PDAs, but biology and medicine data should be present. We didn't think that you dragons would find it useful considering differences in anatomy, but to avoid being accused of omitting certain data, it was included regardless. Okay, where are those PDAs? They should still be at the production facility. I don't think they were moved yet, but to get access to them, I need to talk to Emera. That's not going to be easy. My ambassador status might help with getting an audience with her, but talking her into helping is going to be a whole different story. Do you think you can convince her? It's my only chance. Working hours are almost over too. Looks like I've got to run then. I'd fly you to the ministry, but I think you'd be too heavy. Don't worry, I'll manage. Goodbye, Odine, and thank you. Good luck. Oh wow, it's such an obvious plot twist. Using my ambassador's status, I easily got the permission to speak with the minister directly. It was only a matter of time before they'd find out the truth about the current state of the portal, but for now, I still have my status and all of the benefits to go with it. Despite being as occupied as always with paperwork, Emma agreed to meet with me in her office. Good day, Ambassador. What a pleasant surprise to see you in person. Okay, nice to meet you. I'm quite busy right now, so please get straight to the point. What brings you here today? Do you want to chat? Important matter. Important matter. I understand. You wouldn't have come here otherwise. Please continue. As you know, I've delivered to you several PDAs that contain most of the knowledge humanity has to offer. That is correct. Your generators are almost complete and will be shipped soon as per agreement, if you're concerned. Despite Reza's actions, you have proven humanity a reliable partner and we will uphold our end of the deal. Analysis of your data is also on hold until generators are complete, so neither side gets the benefits before another. I understand, Emera, thank you for that, but I'm here for a slightly different reason. Okay, what you got? Among many other things, those PDAs might contain information I require right now. Then why don't you send a letter to the human world and ask them to provide it? Well, I panicked for a moment. I don't want to spend extra energy, we don't have much to spare. And it'd take too long to get a reply via letter. I see. What sort of information are we talking about? The cure for cancer. I can't be certain if it's there, but I have reasons to believe that it is. That could prove most useful indeed. It can and will save many lives. Are you interested in this data because of Anna's predicament? Yes, very much so. Straight to it. You should understand that even if we extract the data, it has to go through the Ministry of Healthcare and the Council. Then we'll have to run several tests and experiments to see if it can be applied safely. If the cure is proven to be safe and effective, the Ministry of Healthcare will have to sign an official approval note, and only then will they be able to begin production and application. I hope you realise that it won't be fast, we're talking months. That's why I need your help. She doesn't have that time. I see. Everything has been organized this way for generations. Don't your traditions and beliefs also say that every life is important? That's true. However, order must also be maintained if our society is to last. We cannot be careless about our laws and ways of life, lest there be chaos. So a young girl has to die to maintain said order. You sound a lot like her. I'm not doing this with a light heart, but you should understand that it's those small things that slowly erode the system. And if the system is going to collapse, can you imagine how many others might lose their lives? Your system already has cracks through which entire families fall. What do you mean? There's a girl named Vara who had to look after her sick mother all by herself, and because of how your healthcare is organised, her mother's dead. If I hadn't tracked the poor kid to the hideout, who knows what have happened to her all alone in the forest. That's most tragic, but mistakes can't be avoided, unfortunately. Won't your system change anyway, with all the human technology and advancements it'd bring? You can't stay in one place forever. Changes are indeed inevitable. However, it's up to us how fast we'll take them. Rushing without thinking might make us vulnerable. What? Curing cancer? Are you for real? That's a fair concern for general technology leaps, but we're talking about a cure. There we go. Yeah, I understand that allowing controversial research might have had negative effects if it was allowed to continue. I don't know to a full extent what it consisted of, so I'm not one to judge. But in this particular case, it's something that already exists and only awaits approval for the application. It can't possibly cause any damage to the order of things. Indeed, however, negligence toward laws and traditions can. That's exactly what the council would be doing if they let Anna and many others die while your bureaucratic purgatory is doing its work. Isn't your most important idea that every life is precious? You must look at the bigger picture, something much bigger than you, me, or Anna. I'm looking at it, and I see that the council's willing to see people die only to maintain their so-called order. This order is what kept us alive for generations. It may sound impolite of me to say this, but I don't think you're the one who can decide what's good or bad for us. And yet, it also means death for the few unlucky ones who don't fit within the limitations. It reminds me a lot of certain ideologies back in the human world that were all too happy to sacrifice the few for the good of the many. Most of them were later condemned as the greatest tragedies of the history of mankind. But your society is built on different ideals that value the lives of all people. Maybe it's about time you set your priorities straight. Sometimes, as a leader, you have to make sacrifices. This is sadly inevitable. But perhaps not this time. What do you want me to do? I need your help to access the PDAs and extract the cure data. I understand. That would not be a problem, for I am directly responsible for your visit here, as well as for the PDAs you delivered. Thank you, but this is not all. I'd need aid with actually producing the cure and making sure it gets to Anna as soon as possible. If it works, try and make sure it reaches all other critical patients that you can get it to while proper paperwork's processed. There's nothing I can do here. Should I choose to break away from traditions, I am the Minister of Culture and Arts. I have no power over healthcare or pharmacy. But maybe you could talk to the right people and convince them to help directly, please, maybe? Unofficially, of course. This is going far outside of normal rules and regulations. I hate to use this as an argument, but Anna and I are the only reason all of your species still exist, and you're willing to let her die just because of regulations. The production of one single batch and its following application is all I ask for right now. Yeah, I understand your accomplishments, and I may take risks in my work, but I follow the law, Ushio. Are you asking me to break it? Yes. Oh shit. Let's quick save that shit. What are we doing? You can make that difference. Anna aside, if the cure were to be confirmed as working, you could save many lives and give their friends and families hope. Isn't that the very reason you went into politics in the first place? To leave a mark and help all these simple people. You know all the right buttons to push, don't you? When you put it that way, you leave me little choice but to agree. Perhaps I underestimated you. You could make a fine politician. I'm already an ambassador. I can see why they chose you now. Beneath the friendly face, there's a whole lot more. You're asking for potential political suicide, and I find myself eager to agree without a doubt. So you're going to help me? Yes. Even if this doesn't work out very well for me and you, we will at least leave one last mark on the world. And I will finally get my retirement. Thanks, Emera. I owe you one. Don't thank me before the work's done. I assume neither one of us has time to waste right now. She quickly scribbled up something on a piece of paper and put a stamp on it. Take this warrant to the production facility. It will grant you access to the PDAs, and when you have the data, bring it to me at once. I will see to it that it enters the testing and application stage as soon as possible. Cheers, Emira. I owe you.